Right now, a multi-billion-dollar game of poker is playing out over a stock trading at just $4. While everyday investors are completely asleep, a massive global drug giant has already anchored themselves to this play. They signed a massive deal worth up to $677 million for just one of this tiny company's treatments. Even crazier, this giant partner recently stepped up and bought millions of dollars in shares directly at a higher price than where the stock trades on the open market today. They are literally trapped with us at higher prices because they know what this asset is actually worth. Now, the setup here is simple. The stock is sitting at rock bottom prices and has a very tiny amount of shares available for the public to buy. If this massive drug giant doesn't buy out the whole company soon, they run the risk of getting into a wild bidding war with other huge pharma companies that they simply cannot win. Imagine buying a $4 stock right before it gets acquired for 3 times, 5 times, or even 10 times its price over the next few months. That is the kind of explosive move brewing behind the scenes. If you want to make money in the market, you have to follow the clues the insiders leave behind. Look at what just happened. The company just brought a legendary executive onto their board named Mark Paveo. He is famous for leading massive product launches at Bristol Myers Squibb. You do not bring a heavy hitter like that onto the board of a $4 stock unless you are preparing for a massive buyout or a huge commercial launch. The partner back in this play just got a massive green light from the FDA for a core drug supply chain. Because this tiny $4 company uses that exact same drug in their therapy, it completely takes away the manufacturing risk for their upcoming trials. And recently, a brand new update just dropped confirming that the first group of patients have officially moved into their advanced phase of their phase 2 trial. Think about it. Doctors and patients only choose to stay in a trial if they are seeing real results and zero safety issues. The big partner knows this trial is going beautifully, and the final data readout is locked in for Q1 of next year. The volume on this stock is bone dry right now, meaning the crowd has no idea this is coming. Once retail traders catch wind of this backing, the tiny amount of shares available means this thing could launch violently. Now, if you're unaware, the company is Coya Therapeutics, ticker COYA. Now, before we shift gears and go into the fundamentals, the earnings report, the pipeline, all of that good stuff, I want to shift your attention to our website, avidcapital.co. We have an incredible community of traders, all different levels of experience, all different walks of life. If you're interested in getting back on track and achieving your financial goals in 2026, we have a full outline video on our website, exactly what we offer. We go into our mindset, our track record here, some membership success stories. And the best part here is we offer a free 7-day trial. $0, completely risk-free. You can come into our group, see exactly how we operate, how we make call-outs, how we live trade, break down stocks from a fundamental perspective, just like we're doing right here. I think it's an absolute incredible opportunity. Again, if you're interested in joining, avidcapital.co, free 7-day trial. Come join us today. It'll be the best decision you ever make. Now, as we shift gears, Q1 2026 financial result, corporate update, I want to share with you some highlights that I think everyone should be made aware of. One thing that stands out to me, an 11.1 million private placement led by Dr. Reddy's, that's 10 million, and 1.1 million from Greenlight Capital. Everyone knows that's David Einhorn, very well-respected institutional investor. And again, from a hedge fund perspective, I think it's fantastic that we're seeing institutional money, public companies continuing to add more size into Coya over months and years. Now looking at it from a retail perspective, very reassuring that these big entities are seeing value. They're sticking with the company. They're not selling the stock and running away. They're adding more over, again, months and years, which should be a very reassuring sign. Now, some upcoming catalysts for 2026. We have an action-packed second half of 2026, going to be very spicy here, and I want everyone to really pay attention to June, July, and August. This is where it's all coming down to the wire. Years and years of work leading up into this one moment in time. Are the big boys going to come to the table and have a bidding war into the end of this year? Are we even going to get to 2027 Q1? Be very interesting for this company. That is why I'm bringing it to your attention here. Please make sure you pause the video, screenshot this, pay attention to what is going to unfold over the next 8 to 12 weeks. I think you guys are going to be very excited overall. I'm super excited to see how this plays out. been multiple years going on with this company, and I really do believe it is a prime candidate for a major acquisition. Now, the financial results, they had cash equivalent of around 50.7 million. The company burns between 6 to 7.5 million per quarter, so it's roughly between 2 to 3 million a month. That gives them a runway between 20 to 22 months worth of cash, which means there's pretty much no immediate need to dilute. There's no risk there from, again, a retail shareholder perspective, which is great. They have a runway clear through 2026. But just so you know, in the back of the head, we might not even get to the end of 2026 with this company still trading publicly. But it's always great to know that. Very minimal burn, very low capital intensive business. They have plenty of cash on the books, no debt. Big boys coming to the table, continuing to take size above the current market price. This is a great sign, again, if you're a retail shareholder. If you have no idea about this company, if it's your first time learning about it, do some reading, do some digging over the past 12 to 24 months, where the PRs have been, who the players are. I think it's really going to excite you again in the next 8 to 12 weeks. Now, taking a look at the cap structure, shares outstanding 23.5 million. I believe the float is around 20.5 million, so very tight overall. As we mentioned, there's not a very large amount of free circulating supply, so the overall volume on average is relatively low. I do think that is going to change overall as we get into the next few months, as we get into summertime, going into the second half of 2026. From an institutional side, it's great to see some big names like Vanguard Capital Management opening up new positions for their funds. We just saw they bought around 3.5% of the company, almost 900,000 shares, which is great. ProSite Management, another one here, 420,000 shares, brand new ad, which is fantastic. Vanguard Fiduciary Trust, another fund, brand new position, about 0.5% of the company. Dimensional Funds adding. A lot of new players coming to the game. Morgan Stanley, BlackRock, State Street, just to name a few. Even though it's small size, just seeing funds adding, having the stock on their radar, the more attention, the better. I do believe this number is going to go up tremendously again as we get into the second half of 2026. Now I want to take a look at what Wall Street has to say, where the price targets are. We have 7 analyst ratings, all on the buy side here for the 1-year forecast. The current price at around $4. We have a low target of 12, which is over 163% upside. The median target 15.50, over 240% upside, and the high target of $18, over 295% upside. Now, what I want everyone to do, comment in the section below. Let's take a guess and see, when these big boys come to the table, what price they're going to offer to buy Koya out for. Is it going to be 10? Is it going to be 12, 15, 20? I'd love to hear your opinions as it stacks up to the Wall Street analyst. Last thing really quick before I let you guys go, I want to rip through the technicals really quick so that you could have all the key levels going up and down. So support would be 445. It's sitting pretty much right there. 369, 321 down, which is the all-time low. Upside, this is a macro level. I've had this for a very long time, 535. You can go look back years ago when I posted this in 2024, 2025. This same blue line here is significant, right? It was previously support for all of this time. I mean, this was massive support here going back from the end of 2023 all the way until the beginning of the year. Now it's flip-flopped. That $5.35 is now acting as resistance. So that is a major macro level, 535. That's why it's electric blue. That's why it stands out on the chart. So above and below, I'll use that as a short-term bull versus bear case. Above 535, definitely bullish for me in the short term. Upside is going to be 596, 708, $8 flat, 1013, and then the all-time high 1069. Now, of course, you can go in between 9, 950, 10, those whole number, psychological levels, sure, but in terms of historical price action and real macro significance, these are the levels that I'm going to look for. Very short, very simple. Hope you enjoyed this breakdown on Koya. Let me know in the section below if you trade biotechs. If you're interested in this stock, let me know what your feelings are after watching this video. Besides that, guys, have a fantastic day, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.